Ayo, back at it again with another video. Thank you all for watching. I greatly appreciate it. So, if you've been around the channel long enough, or you know me personally in any way, you'll know that I'm a huge Chicago Bears fan. And I gotta say, it's beyond painful to be a Bears fan. It is. I mean, being a Bears fan sucks in every capacity, but, you know, it is what it is. Not a whole lot I can do about it. Anyways, so week one, played the Packers. We got absolutely demolished, which sucks because you're going up against Green Bay because that's your rival, and you hate Green Bay because that's just how it is. And I don't know what the hell just happened on that field, but that wasn't football in my opinion. That was just embarrassing. That was just I just went out there and laid an egg. What was that? That was this is not going to be pretty. We have the Buccaneers coming up. That's going to be a loss. We're definitely going to lose to the Chiefs. You know, Broncos maybe going to probably lose to the Commanders, lose to the Vikings. Like there's only like maybe 4 wins, 5 wins we'll get throughout the year if we're lucky. Because if it's anything like that game, then we'll maybe get a victory or two. That was embarrassing. In the first half, it's close. It's 10-6. You 7-3. You got 10 at half for the Packers. 3-3. You got 6 at halftime. It's 10-6, and then in the second half, you just don't show up at all. You just don't show up. You give up 28 points, and then you only put up so many. I don't know what that was, but that was embarrassing and painful to watch. And I didn't even watch it. I watched the 14-minute highlight video, and I skipped through half of it because it was just absolutely embarrassing to watch. What tab do I want to go to? We'll go to this one. I love Justin Fields. I think it's great. And he says we have a lot of room to improve and room to grow. Yeah, just a little bit. I mean, when you start at rock bottom, there's only one way to go. So, against the Packers, week one, 38-20. There was a point in time when I think it was like, 28 to like 10 or something like that, or 7. I don't know. I didn't watch the whole game because I was just so absolutely embarrassed to watch whatever this product was on the field. I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was at all. Justin Fields is the leading passer and leading rusher. That's crazy. Like, I love Justin. I think he's great. I think he's absolutely incredible at at football because he's very athletic. He just does not have an offensive line. Just does not have it whatsoever. He's running for his life back there, and he's gonna get injured at some point, and that's not gonna be healthy. The offensive line does not exist. That was the entire offensive line needs to be utterly embarrassed with whatever that performance was. Defense gave up almost 40 points, and the playbook is we're throwing more screen passes and we're throwing the ball horizontally than actually vertically. That's not how you win games. We lost badly against the Packers. Probably not gonna win against the Bucs. I'm looking at the schedule and I'm figuring out where we can even win. Where? Maybe the Falcons? Maybe? Cardinals? Maybe? Browns were getting destroyed. Lions were getting destroyed. Panthers? I don't know. They're probably not that great. Like, I'm looking at this entire schedule, and I'm seeing maybe 3 wins. Maybe, if we're lucky. And we had the first pick in the draft, and we traded it away. I mean, I've known for a long time that being a Bears fan is painful. I've known it for a long time. It just is what it is. You know, and the reason why I'm a Bears fan is because my grandpa was a Bears fan. And every Sunday when you go over to Grandpa and Grandma's house, there's always the Bears game on TV because that's just how it was. You went over, you watched the Bears get beat by whoever. And honestly, back then, they weren't that bad. When I was really, really young, 2006, 2007, went to the Super Bowl, faced Peyton Manning, and got destroyed. 2010 was in the NFC Championship game against Green Bay. Like, that stretch of time from about 2006 to 2010 they were not terrible. 2018, great. Absolute fluke because we're not even able to replicate that anymore. 12-4, that is fantasy. That is fantasy. If you look at the schedule, we are not going 12-4. We are maybe going 4-12 if we are absolutely lucky. This hurts, obviously, because it's against the Packers. But I don't see any wins on this scoreboard yet. Obviously, we've only played 1 week, but who are you winning against? Seriously, who are you winning against? Broncos? Not likely. You know, maybe a division rival. Maybe squeak out a game. Cardinals are pretty terrible. Maybe that might be a win. Falcons, I don't know. They're decent, I guess. You know, yeah, it's not all Justin Fields' fault. It's not his at all. He's doing everything he can. He's got 200 passing yards. He's rushing. He's doing everything he can. But if you have Darnell Mooney at 53, not receiving yards and, maybe a touchdown, like that's not good enough. Yeah, a lot of room to improve. Yeah, you obviously, because you go out there and you don't even show up week 1. I don't know what the hell that was. That was not football. And I've started watching other games because I'm so embarrassed to watch Bears football. And I see other teams play and I'm like, huh. So that's how football is supposed to be played. That's how football is supposed to be. And you're like, wow, that's a ray of sunshine. I wish my team knew how to play football. But my team doesn't. And that's unfair. And that's unfair and that's very unfortunate. So yeah, I'm upset. Obviously. Upset, embarrassed. I knew we were terrible. I didn't have a whole lot of expectations coming into this season. I knew maybe like 5 wins. Maybe. After this week 1 loss, we're going to be lucky if we get 3. We're going to be lucky if we get 3. Now, this might change. They might be great down the stretch. The Bears have a really bad issue of the first half being absolutely terrible and the second half being absolutely average. So maybe we might get 4 or 5 wins. But that's unlikely. And from where I'm seeing right now, it's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. And it's not just Justin Fields' fault. He's doing everything he can. He's trying, but he has no offensive line. Who is out there receiving for him? Chase Claypool? Darnell Mooney? Did the defense show up? They gave up 48 points. I am so sick and tired of rooting for a poverty franchise. It is absolutely embarrassing. My grandpa started watching Bears football in the 40s, the 1940s. They were winning championships, and now I'm stuck rooting for a franchise who doesn't know how to play football. It sucks. So, week 1, we're off to a great start, Chicago. Congratulations. Oh, man. It's going to be a long year. With that being said, that is the end of the video. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Deuces.